Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Misty at Skeeter Jones, and this is my first ever pop-up sale. And just wanted to jump in and give this a try. I put the question out there and a lot of you said that you would like to see pop-up sales. So we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully the video won't be terribly long. My first long form jewelry video ended up being 2 hours. So that was 50 items. I have roughly about 30 items here. And it's shoes, boots, sandals, clutches, shoulder bags, handbags, and then men's and women's belts. So let's just jump right in and I'll show you what I'm bringing. If you're interested in anything I have today, just contact me, skeeterjonesthings@gmail, and we will work it out there. I will let you know that I will be offering the monthly shipping option here. So you can ask for monthly shipping, which means you go ahead and pay for the shipping. And if you haven't already paid the shipping for a purchase this month already, which is June, then with your first purchase of the month, you'll pay shipping. And then for the rest of the month, you just add to that every time you buy something, and you won't pay any more shipping unless your package goes over a pound. And then in that case, the shipping will depend on how far the package has to travel and how much it weighs. So let's just jump right in and let me show you what I have. I'm going to start first off with shoes, and I'll start with the pair that will need the most work. These aren't totally cleaned up yet, but it is a super nice pair of Lucchese boots. These are women's, I believe, and they're in great shape. They just need some cleanup. And here is the Lucchese mark right here, 1883. Hopefully that will show for you. Oh yeah, there it goes. And these are size, I saw the size in here somewhere. There it is. These are a 9.5B. And the style number, in case you want to look that up, is N460454. These are just a buttery leather with the stitching detail all the way around. They're in great condition. Just some dust, a little bit of dirt that I'll clean up. Again, these are 9.5B, and they are in great condition. You saw the inside right there where I was showing you the name. There's no peeling inside. That you're seeing is just a little bit of fading in the dye of the leather, but they are in beautiful condition. The top of the toes looks like. And I want to put the prices on the screen because I haven't looked the prices up ahead of time to know what I should ask for everything, so I'll just put that on the screen. I'm going to number things the same way I did in my long jewelry video. This will be S. It's going to come under the category for shoes, even though it's boots. So S1 for the first item in the shoes, and that will be the Lucchese boots, and the price will be on the screen. Next is, let's do these next. These are some Lucky Brand loafers that I would 100% be keeping if they would fit me, because I've been looking for some beige loafers for a long time. These look kind of new. I mean, they look new everywhere, all around the toes, around the heels, on the inside. They look new everywhere except on the bottom, which a lot of times that can mean that maybe they just sat in a store and that dirt is from getting tried on a lot. But they're gorgeous. They're suede, little tan suede. They have a little stitching detail around the back and around the toe, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Here's the inside. It looks like they've never been worn, and they are size 6.5 medium right there. That's a common size to find in thrift stores, is that 6 or 6.5. But these are beautiful, and they are the price for these will be also on the screen. and these will be item S2. I'm going to get rid of the dark colors first, or go through the dark colors first, and then I have some bright summery ones coming up after that. These are Dansko size 39. I'll put on the screen what US size that equals, because I never can remember the equivalent of the European sizes. But these are size 39, leather upper, leather lining, and they're Dansko. Little boots, little ankle boots. That's the outside right there. The little buckle detail. There's the bottoms. The Dansko mark is on here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Kind of dark. I promise, right there it says Dansko. And then they zip right here, and the zippers are great on both of these. There you go. The heel is not terribly high on these. It's about a 2.5 inch heel. Right there. The bottoms don't show very much wear at all. These are definitely used, but somebody took good care of them. The leather is very, very soft, just buttery, buttery soft. And these are year-round. Just black leather booties are a nice little basic to have. They look great with your jeans. And not really much more to say about them. They are really, really nice. I can't really get over how soft this leather is. And the inside is also leather. And the footbeds, let me show you the footbeds on these. Like, these are used, but the light's not getting in there very easily. They're used, but like the footbeds are nice and clean. These were well taken care of at their previous home. But again, the price is on the screen, and these are number S3 for the third pair of shoes. Now the next pair, this is another pair of booties. This is a pair actually that I bought for myself off eBay a while back. They're leather, and I think it's just, yeah, it's just Nordstrom brand, because I needed just some basic little black booties, and these were my size, which is 8.5, but these fit kind of snug for an 8.5, so I think they're really probably an 8, even though they are, let me make sure I'm telling you the right thing. No, actually they're size 9. They're labeled as a size 9, but these are too snug to be a 9. I think they were mislabeled. So they fit more, I think, like an 8. The inside of the footbed, which ideally I should have measured before starting the video. The inside of the footbed is 10 inches, which I think equals an 8.5 or a 9. So I don't really know what it is about these. They don't look like they're narrow. They look about average, but they were just too snug for me. They are pretty much new. I wore them once thinking, oh, well, they just feel tight because I'm just putting them on for the first time. So I wore them around for an afternoon, and they just didn't loosen up. So I think if someone wears an 8, this might fit you. The inside of the footbed, like I said, is 10 inches long. So measure your foot to see if these will maybe fit you. These are black leather, just Nordstrom brand, and they're very nice. Again, I think they were new. There's no scratching or anything like that. It doesn't look like they were walked around in outdoors. And just Nordstrom brand black leather boots. Number S4. Number 5 is these Lucky brand. These are suede booties. These and those, where the loafers, these suede things really actually could have waited for fall, but I just wanted to go ahead and show them to you. Now right here on the toe of this one, I can maybe lift that nap up a little bit with a suede brush, which I will try to do. But these are Lucky brand. They, again, this pair looks new. Like this could have happened on a shelf. The you know, squishing down of the net right there could have happened on a shelf. But then you turn it over and you can tell that it's been worn somewhat. But again, in their previous life, somebody took great care of them. They're very, very pretty. These are a smaller size, probably that 6 or 6.5 that I was talking about. You see so much in thrift stores. Yeah, these are a size 6, 6 medium. Very pretty. They are about 2 inches, about 2¼ inches high on the heel. There's a little stacked style heel. And I really think a suede brush will probably lift that back up. If not completely, it'll probably lift it up for the most part. And it doesn't look as bad in person as it does on screen. Suede is notorious for not really showing well on camera. But there it is, Lucky Brand Black Suede Booties, size 6. The Lucky Brand Suede Black Booties. Completely. Starting with number 7 is the summery shoes. I'll start with these. I don't know how you pronounce that. I believe it is Taos or Taos. I'm going to have to undo the strap for you to see it. But that brand right there. These are all leather, metallic silver wedge. And they look, yes, these are new. They're size 38. With a Velcro closure. The Velcro is clean. It doesn't have a bunch of stuff stuck in it. It has these little metallic, or they are actually metal, just little decorative snaps, but both of these are Velcro closures, and everything in there is nice and clean. The bottoms show no wear. There's no heel drag, and the backs are nice. The toes are nice. And these are gorgeous. These are size 38. Yeah, 38. And they are number 7S. Next is a pair of BOC sandals. And they're just slide-ons. So cute. And this hot pink little leather flower. There's your branding, BOC. These are brand new. Brand new, never worn. But right here was a sticker, and when I peeled the sticker off, it took some of the, it peeled some of the paint off with it. So you have that little flaw right there, but otherwise these are in perfect brand new condition. There's the toes, the sides are perfect, and of course there's not going to be any heel drag, and the backs of the heels are nice, and they're so cute. All leather, the footbeds are nice. Let's see, these are size, leather upper, of course we know that. These are size 8. That's a really great size. Size 8 on the little fuchsia BOC leather slides. And these are number 8S. Another one that I do not know the name of is this Socophy. I'm not sure how you pronounce that either, but these remind me of L'Artiste. I can't remember who makes that brand, but just the really fun colors. These remind me of Stephanie at Steph Style. These are, well, these are new. These are size 40. They have no wear. The toes are really nice on those. And of course, again, there won't be any heel drag, being new. And then the backs are nice. It's a little smudge of something right there that was maybe picked up from sitting on a shelf. And there was a little bit of dirt smudged in the footbed, which I cleaned out already. I cleaned that with alcohol. So the only thing I can think is maybe somebody tried these on, because there's no wear on the bottom. These weren't worn anywhere. But this beautiful turquoise teal color with the flowers of the red and green and yellow. It's just super, super pretty. And even the footbed is pretty. That nice little design and the butterfly in there. And these are number 9. Number 10 is these Dirty Laundry little gingham sandals. So cute. Again, brand new. Clean all the way around. And you've got this pink, yellow, blue, and green gingham. Velcro closures. Your Velcro doesn't have any crud stuck in it. It's all nice and pretty. Same right here on the toe. Footbeds are nice and clean, and there's your Dirty Laundry branding. These are a bigger size. Let's see. These are a size 8.5. These are my size, but not my style. But they're so super cute. Nice and summery. You can wear those with your shorts or with your summer dresses. And these are item number 10. I'll go ahead and show what's in the box. And that is a pair of Converse. Bright, sunshiny yellow for summer. They do not have laces. And they're not entirely new. There's a little speck of dirt right there between the treads. But for the most part, they look new. Like there's no wear, really. So maybe somebody just walked around a little bit in those and then decided they didn't want them. So here they are. Let's see. You can see a little bit of wear in the footbed. These are size men's 5, women's 7, and they just need laces. They are gorgeous all the way around. Again, nice and clean. And they come in the box. The only thing they need is the laces. And the Converse are number S11. And then last of all, S12 is these that I could not believe I found. These are some leather wedge sandals. They're a smaller size, so hopefully somebody really loves these and has a size 8 foot, because that's what these are, size 8. But these are gorgeous, and they are new. And if you don't recognize already, these are Patricia Nash leather wedge sandals, brand new. They look brand new. They look beautiful. They are all leather, size 8. Buckle closure. And they're so incredibly pretty. And these are S12. We'll do the purses and then I'll do the belts last. First on the list of purses, this is a Vera Bradley new set. And I say set because it's this tote, and with the tote is this little wallet and this little clutch. Normally I would not be selling all three of these together, but at this yard sale, it had rained, the people didn't cover their things up. I found leather boots and leather shoes that I picked up and poured the water out of. I didn't buy them, but that's how bad it was at this yard sale. They didn't cover their things up at all when it rained, but these bags came out great. They're new, they're brand new, but the dye ran. I don't know if you can tell, but that white is not as crisp white as it should be, and that's because the blue looks a little faded, and that's because the blue dye ran and faded into the surrounding colors. But it's brand new. The only thing that makes them look not new is the running of the dye. This is the wallet. It has a twist lock, or turn lock I mean, with your branding right there on it. And you open it up, you have your card slips, your ID pockets, and more slips behind there. And see, there were more pockets. This thing had pockets all in it. There you go. There's a zipper right here with pockets all throughout that, and even more slips inside. And then a zip pocket, let's see, on the back that expands. Has a little gusset right there, so it expands. Super clean because it's brand new. The only problem with this at all is that the dye ran. Here's where the dye ran. It might show up a little bit better here because it's a little darker, but it snaps over. And then you have slips, a little ID pocket, have a kiss lock, and two separate pockets inside here where the kiss lock is, and then this clear divider, and then another ID and more slips on each side. And that's it for this one. For the tote, it's just your standard Vera tote. Got your branding right here. It's about 4 inches across. Let's see how long. About 10 inches this way, about 4 inches this way, and about 8 inches deep. And it has shoulder straps or crook of the arm, however you want to carry it. But the colors are navy on all of these. The colors are navy and orange and white. The little bit of lime green. Oh, and there's a little pocket right here on the outside. And let's see, and there are slips all around the inside. Like there's some more branding there, but all the way around you have little slips encircling the entire inside of the bag. And that is it. Next is a leather Kuba bag. This looks like a Portland leather, and I cannot remember the name of the design, but it looks very much like a Portland leather design. Here's the branding there. The Kuba bag. It's this is a big one. This is just a little spot that can wipe off. I just haven't cleaned that off yet. It's 13 inches deep, about 14 inches across, and about 4 inches across the bottom. And really a crook of the arm or shoulder bag. Very simple. There's the bottom and the corners. It's very, very nice. It just needs a little wipe down, and I will take care of that for the buyer. On the inside, got branding right there. And you have a zip pocket right here. The lighting's not great, but there's a zip pocket here on the inside. The lining is torn right here, but I'm going to stitch that back in place. And you have a main compartment and a zipper compartment, and then another. You have two main compartments. You have one big compartment divided by this little zipper compartment in the middle. Maybe that's a better way to describe that, since I don't have light enough to shine down in there and show it to you. And the only flaw I could find is where that lining has separated above the zip pocket inside, and I will stitch that back in place, and there'll be a great deal on this one. The Kuba bag is number 2P. Number 3 for the purses is, I forgot, oh, this is a Ralph Lauren, I believe. Is that right? Yes, Ralph Lauren shoulder bag, black leather, beautiful condition. Little bit of wear right there along the piping, but just where you would expect it to be, and it's not terribly like scratchy or abused. It's just a little wear that's consistent with age probably. Here's your Ralph Lauren branding right here. I'm not sure what this is for. I'll try to figure that out and maybe put it on the screen right here somewhere if I figure out what it is before I upload the video. But there's more branding right here inside. You have this pocket, and then again this zippered divider, and then another main pocket that has a zip in it. And I think no, there's no slips. And then you have the zippered compartment in the middle. Let's get some measurements on this one. So the Ralph Lauren is about 9 inches deep, about 10 inches across. I'm measuring this in the air, so these are not precise measurements. And about 5 inches across that way. But the Ralph Lauren leather bag is number 3P. Number 4P is Harris Tweed. This is a brand that you don't see a whole bunch, but it's a nice brand. It has a quiet following. People like it. This is leather on the bottom. It is peeling just a touch right there. This is wool tweed, I believe. I will confirm that. If it is not wool, I'll say so on the screen, but if there's not something up there, you can assume that it is. Here's Glen Appin. This is made in Scotland or Ireland, I believe. Scotland. But very clean. It is used, but very clean. And it again has the two big compartments and the zippered divider. And the zipper is great. It has snap closures for the two compartments on the sides. And that's it, with your Harris Tweed right here on the front, plain on the back. And let's see, you have a zipper right here in this compartment, and slips right here in this compartment. The measurements, I think I have not been giving handle drop measurements. 9-inch drop on the handle. The bag is 9 inches by 14 by 4. And I just remembered, because I just now saw it, there's a little bit of peeling going on right here with the leather, but these sell for a lot of money. So even with that peeling, I can maybe see what I can do about that, or if you just want to take it as is. Actually, I think I'm just going to put an as is price, but these go for a lot of money, and I'm going to list it as is for probably half or a little less than half of what they would go for without any flaws on them. So this Harris Tweed is number P4. P5 is Hobo International, and it's a little backpack style brown bag. Has a side zip right here, and it's very clean in there. The inside of the pocket, very clean. And the ends right here are curled, the ends of the straps, but I can I can fix that. Needs a wipe down. It's just this pebbled leather. Nice long tassel hanging on there on the side. And then you got your little logo right here. And brass hardware all over. It has a top zipper that runs perfectly. And the inside is nice and clean. Again, not the best light, and I apologize for that. But see if I can pull the lining out and show you. Oh, it is not pull outable. But you have two slips right there, and you have the zip on this side right here, and more branding there. It has a slight perfume scent to it, and I will air that out. The measurements are about 11 inches by 5 by about 6. And you can carry it as a shoulder bag, or you can pull the straps out on the side right here. Like that, to have it backpack style. Like that. So the Hobo International Pebbled Convertible Backpack. P7 is this little Coach clutch. It is super duper clean. This nice lavender interior, navy blue on the outside. There's your Coach branding. Pretty super glossy patent. And you've got your removable, or no, it's not entirely removable, wrist strap and your little Coach tag. The wrist strap has this like dog leash clip, and it can come off right there, but not there, which tells me maybe there's a ring on the other side. Yes, there's a ring on this side, so it's convertible in how you can carry it, but the strap is not entirely removable. So you can do this with it, or you can put the clip on the same side and carry it like a clutch, like that. There are no exterior pockets, but on the inside you have 1, 2, 3, 4, you have 8 card slips there, you have no slip here, and it's all super clean. This one's even giftable if you like, because it still includes the little care card that originally came with it. This one is a gorgeous deal for a gorgeous little Coach clutch. And there's the bottom and the corners. That looks like a spot. Let me see. No, that's just a little thing that was stuck on it. Nice and clean. Very new looking. I can't say for sure whether this one is new, but I think it probably is. And the Coach clutch is P7. There's going to be a deal on this one. I tried my best to clean this little green mark off, and it just won't come off. So if somebody wants this nice little Coach tote that also includes the care card that came with it, I'll do this one for just $12 if somebody wants this. It's still Coach quality. It's still nice pebbled leather. It just has this mark that I couldn't get off. And let's see, let me make sure the edge coat is all good. Yep, the edge coat is fine. The zipper, I think, is perfect. It is. And you have your hang tag, which I think also has marks on it. Yes, the hang tag has these red marks that I couldn't get off. But there it is. It's just a regular, I think, called City Tote. The measurements on it are 8 by 9 by 4. It'd be a nice little lunch tote. or something if you have some small bags or small books, I mean, that you need to carry or something like that. But nice little utilitarian coach. A chance to get a Coach bag for a steal because it's got a green mark that I can't remove. In the purses is another Coach. I think this is like a Y2K Coach. It has very much has that Y2K look to it. I haven't done my homework on this one yet, or I did some homework I think a while back and have forgotten everything I found out about it. But it's this sort of slate blue color, silver tone hardware. There's your creed and your branding, or your hang tag, I mean. And let's see, it has the X on it right here, which means that it was made, I think, for an outlet store. The inside is super clean. It looks like it's never been used. This bigger bag, I can get a little bit of light in there. It looks like it's never been used. So it's got this zipper pocket here, and then the 2 slips there, and no dividers in the middle. It's just one big compartment and no exterior pockets. But this is it. Let me give you the measurements on that. And I think I've fallen off of giving handle measurements again. It's an 8-inch drop on the straps. It is about 11 inches deep by about 14 inches by about 5 inches. Silver tone feet right here, one in the middle for extra support. And there's what the detailing looks like on it. Up close. The last two, the one I know I've shown before is this purple Cole Haan, and I'll tell you a little story in just a minute after I show it to you. It's a little crook of the arm bag. It can be a shoulder bag, but it's leather and snake embossed. Where is the branding on that? Okay, it's got this, there it is, this pretty little charm with branding on it, as well as a nice tassel and little stitching detail right there. Inside you have a little key hook, key leash, and a zipper, and you have some slips, and it's super clean. I think it's new. Here's the bottom and sides and corners. The handle on this one is short, so this will be a good crook of the arm bag or a good shoulder bag if you like your shoulder bag to ride high. So I'm gonna have to lay that down. The drop on the strap is about 6 inches, 5 or 6 inches, and it's about 10 inches deep, about 13 inches almost across, and about 1.5 inches that way. It's a very nice bag, very simple understated with this pretty purple color. And last, I'm going to go right into this little bag, this little Tianello. It has just a minor amount of peeling, but it's on the underside of the strap right there, and a little bit right there. I don't think I have any brown edge coat. I'll see if I do, and if I have some brown edge coat, I can try to fix that. But here is the Tianello tassel, pebbled leather, domed satchel, and an exterior pocket with the iconic Tianello satin lining with the chain print detail. On the inside, you have 2 slits right there in this compartment, and then your compartment on this side with your zip, with the branding right there. And then the zip compartment in the middle. All as clean as it can be. The strap drop is, now it is convertible. Oh, I'm way off screen. The strap drop is, it's about 3 inches on the handle, and then the strap itself, the shoulder strap, is adjustable. Where it sits right now is at 24 inches, and it can adjust an inch or 2 smaller than that, and about maybe 3 inches longer than that. But that is it. This pretty little purple Tianello satchel, which is also leather. A long time ago, I got wind of an organization, and their thing is domestic, helping educate people on what exactly juice is. And then I sold a purse that had a charm that belonged to that organization, or that named that organization. I looked them up, and that's how I found out about them. So I sold that purse and wanted to donate the proceeds to the organization, but they didn't have a way set up to accept it. So there's a different organization, and their color is also purple, the Megan Montgomery Foundation. And so the proceeds of that other purse from a long time ago, it sold for $50. I promised whoever bought it that I would match that selling price and donate the total to the first organization, which isn't set up to accept donations. So I'm going to give it to this organization along with the proceeds of the Cole Haan purple purse and the Tianello purple purse. And every time I sell a purple purse, I am going to always match the proceeds, match the selling price, and donate that to this organization. So you can look them up if you like. They're online. And so that's the thing about the purple purses. So the prices that go on the screen for these, know that you are actually donating to a cause when you buy this purse. The Cole Haan new snake embossed leather purse, and the Tianello, which may be new, but it does have that little bit of wear right there on the handle, a little bit of peeling, which I will try to fix. But a convertible handbag or shoulder bag dome satchel. The proceeds of these, whatever these sell for, I will match and put the total together along with the first purse I sold a long time ago, and I'll donate the whole thing to this foundation that supports victims and educates people about. So that's my little blurb about that. Now moving on to the belts. Sizes I don't think are going to mean a whole lot with regard to belts, so I'm going to give you measurements instead of the size that might be on it. This is a Tommy Bahama men's belt of yellow cotton webbing and leather trim. It is from end to end 42 inches long, and it doesn't have holes in it because it's adjustable by just putting it through the belt, like so. So it is silver tone buckle, brown leather, dark brown leather trim, and here's your Tommy Bahama logo right there. And they are calling it, let's see, Tommy Bahama Spain size L. They're calling it a size L. That is 42 inches from end to end. I'm not counting the buckle in that. The belt material is 42 from end to end. And that is a B1 for the first belt. The next belt is a Tony Lama poncho belt. If I can get it out, here you go. These are heavy little pewter, I think, conchos with this floral design on them. This one is a size either small or medium. a size small. The measurement on this one is 28, and that's from the hook all the way to the last concho. That's 28, but then you have 8 inches of adjustability right here. So it can go anywhere, once you hook it in, maybe about a 29 it could fit, all the way up to about a 35 or 36. So that is this really pretty, nice and heavy Tony Lama concho belt. And this is number B2 for the second belt. Our third belt, let's get a deal on this because it is unbranded, but it's pretty. It says Horsebit Design. Just a Horsebit chain belt. The little lobster, or large lobster clasp. It's nice and bright. I couldn't find any wear on it. The measurement from the hook to the end of the horse bits is 31.5, and then you have about 12 inches of adjustability here on that. So 31.5 up to about a 42 or 40, yeah, about a 42 could wear that. And here's a little close-up detail of these little horse bits. And they're put together sort of like book chain style, like that. And this is number B3 for the third belt. The fourth belt is this Eddie Bauer. I have an Eddie Bauer in here somewhere. I can't find. No, this is a Joseph A. Bank men's belt. It's a size 36. And even though that size is in here, the reason I'm measuring it is because sometimes things end up at a thrift store, or if you're at a yard sale or something, somebody's selling it because the measurement was wrong. So always measure those things when you buy them out in the wild. It's not wanting to cooperate with the tape measure right now. Let's see, it is end to end 42 inches, but the holes are at 34, 35, 36, 37, and 38. So it can fit all the way up to a 38. It's a brand new Joseph A. Bank men's casual belt. This pebbled leather, brand new. First place you can look to tell if a belt is new is right there. You can tell that hasn't been worn and buckled, and there's not the nothing stress on it right here on the back. There's your branding here. Genuine leather, Joseph A. Bank, and China, and 38. So this is number B4. Number 5 is, this looks like Fossil. And this is new. It is. You have Fossil. And it's a size large. And I'll give you the measurement on that. But look at this women's belt. It's this really soft leather, but it has this chain detail, sort of bronze toned chain detail stitched down to the belt with leather stitching. And again, right here, you can tell this hasn't been worn. Here's what the buckle looks like. And there's the branding. And here's the information where it says large, and then I guess some style numbers and made in China. The measurement on this one of the buckle is also branded right there. And this is just the leather, not including the buckle. The entire belt is about 44 inches long. The holes are at 34, 35, 36, 37, and 38, and 39, and 40. So it can fit anywhere from a 34 to a 40. super, super pretty fossil belt, I think vintage. And that's number B5 for the 5th belt. The 6th belt, you know, I really thought this was Brighton when I picked it up, but I can't find a brand on it anywhere. There's a year it was made, 2008. Maybe something's missing from it, but I can't find where something would be missing. The back is just raw leather. But this one's kind of unique. The only marks I could find on it was that year, the year stamp that I just showed you on the buckle. But here's what it looks like on the front. Okay, the buckle apparatus is attached like this, and then the other end is like this. So you would wear it by overlapping it like so, like this, and then you buckle it. It's going to take just a minute, but you need to see the effect because it's really, really neat. Okay, and that's what it looks like once you put it on. Of course, it's not going to curl up because it'll be around your waist. Let's uncurl that. Okay, so that's what it would look like on. A very, very neat look to this one. Very unique. It is full grain leather. The length on it, the length of the leather on it is again 44 inches. It's kind of hard to determine the where you could, like what the measurements would be when wearing it, because the holes aren't right here on the main part of the belt. It looks like maybe at 35, every ½ inch from 35 to 39. So 35, 35 and a half, 36, 36 and a half, and so on, all the way up to 39 are the sizes for this really unique and very pretty women's leather belt. And it is number 6B. Our 7th belt is actually is a Brighton right here. There's your branding on that. Look at this pretty buckle. All swirly and pretty. And sort of crock embossed. This is size XL. And let's see, there's no other markings on it that I can see, so let's get a measurement. And it can adjust 34, 35, 36, 37, and 38. So 34 to 38 are the sizes that it will fit. Size XL. Beautiful Brighton crock embossed belt. Look at that little swirl right there. Get my face out of the picture. Look how pretty that is. And let me give you a better picture of the buckle. That's just really gorgeous. The Brighton belt is number 7. Number 8 is this pretty chain belt that has all of these little travel motifs on it. So that's nice for summer vacations, anybody who travels. I saw this on Etsy for a lot of money for a chain belt. I don't remember what the price was. I just remember being impressed for what they were selling for. The size on this, or the measurement from the hook to the end of these little motifs, is 32. Sorry for all the noises. And then you have another 13 inches of adjustability. So 32 up to about 45 inches could wear this. You've got your Eiffel Tower in Paris. You have the Taj Mahal, all aboard for a cruise. There's the beach, there's Italy. So a travel buff would love this. For the last belt and the last item of this pop-up sale is a coin belt. I'll go ahead and give you the measurement first, and then I'll show you all the close-ups for it. The measurement end down to the end is 44 inches. And it has these coins, I think Queen Elizabeth coins. And I think there was something else too. I think there were Queen Elizabeth coins and yes, and French coins as well. Yeah. And it's this nice sort of it has sort of a tarnished silver look. This is not sterling. It's not tarnished sterling, but it's the color of tarnished sterling. And it's just really pretty. I think it alternates between the English and the French coins. The hook on it is just a lobster, just like that. And that's it. So again, anything in this show that you are interested in, just contact me, skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com, and we will work it out there. And I hope you enjoyed this first long form pop-up sale of mine. Let me know your feedback on it. Let me know how I did. Let me know if you're interested in anything. But above all, I thank you for joining me for part of your day today. Your time is valuable, so I'm always humbled and feel blessed that you want to spend some of that time with me. So I thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed it, if you would, please give me a thumbs up. That really helps the channel grow. And subscribe if you haven't already. Tell someone else about it, someone else who you think might also enjoy it, and leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.